So I have a hitter who struggles with their lead leg. They brace it way too early. Most of the time, I see guys who brace it too late and then they're not shifting the energy into their upper body. So we're gonna talk about both in this video. I'm gonna touch first on this lead leg bracing too early concept here. I'm gonna show you an example. We've got lead leg bracing too early. So as they're landing, that leg is already stiffening up. What do we think that's gonna do to the pelvis? It's gonna fly it open, right? So if I'm getting down too early and I'm too stiff too early, I'm gonna lose pelvic control. I'm gonna lose control of my hips and they're gonna wanna open too fast, right? And they're not gonna open fast with like direction and power. They're gonna kind of have that looseness, that slackiness that's gonna actually be out of sequence and kind of pull us off the ball. So what we want to try to do whenever we see this or we feel this in ourselves is we want to figure out how to soften up a little bit, how to get ourselves onto our front side correctly. So a couple things I want you to try if this is you or this has happened to you is just a simple stride to balance, okay? You could hold a kettlebell, you could hold a barbell, you could just simply check yourself in the mirror. But am I getting to a balanced spot? Am I getting to a place where I'm athletic and in my base and able to move athletically? Because what's gonna happen when I'm soft in this front side, now I'm gonna extend correctly, where I'm gonna actually put some pressure into the ground, put some force up through the chain of movement, and now I'm gonna sequence a lot better. So you're gonna see something more along the lines of toe to heel, and then the hip extend, and now I'm gonna transfer energy a little bit better. The other thing you can try to do, which I kind of like to do, is a lead leg only swing. So this is kind of weird. We're sitting on our lead leg like this. We're gonna take swings where our lead leg actually has to stay closed, has to push us back a little bit, and we have to feel like we gotta soften up a little bit until the right moment, okay? So that's a really good one to do. I'll show you that again. I'll show you from a couple different angles here. Okay. Now, it's not necessarily going to sequence you like a real swing. That's not the point. It's that you feel that you literally cannot be stiff-legged and swing. You have to have some sort of push in this leg to make it function correctly. So that's a really easy way to do that. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, if you are a guy who is landing, and you are not bracing that lead leg until after contact, you're dealing with something called late deceleration. You're not actually shifting your energy or transferring momentum and force up through your torso and out through the hands because this energy is getting there too late. So now you just are relying on the momentum of your upper body to do the work and do the damage, which has got to be about half of what you can do. That's not science, but you get what I'm saying, right? Where there's no way we're transferring energy from our big, huge muscles down here into our torso if I am late to brace for not bracing at all. So the ideal form right here is to be able to brace right around impact, right before impact, so we have the chance to transfer our energy best. If you are struggling with this, one thing I really like guys to do is I'll put them in a band, and you're just gonna see the backside of me in this video, but I'm gonna put them in a band that's gonna kind of pull them away from where they wanna be. So now that lead leg's bending, so this can work for both those guys, the guy who is a late decelerator, not bracing on time, and a guy that's bracing too early, so too stiff too early. So if I have some resistance here and I'm swinging, I have to feel that lead leg extending me into that posture, okay? So that's a really easy way to help create some sort of timing and sequence feel there without having to overthink it too much. So I love that. You can do that with a strap band. Strap band's probably the best. It's probably the most safe. You can find a pole, something to attach it to. The other thing I really like doing is having a soft pad, stepping onto a soft pad because it's so unstable. It gets them to feel like, okay, I gotta brace because I'm so unstable, I'm gonna fall over. right? So a simple soft pad, I don't have that with me in the video right now, but a simple soft pad like one of those knee pads from Home Depot, or an AirX pad, which is a little nicer version, something you might see in like a physical therapist's office or in the weight room. So hope you have enjoyed this video. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can get more of my content. Also follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok at Hitting for Power. Thanks for watching.